Dota League. Today we're going to have Shadowforge Gaming versus Hardcore Pwn. Now, these are two interesting teams. They both have pulled out a win so far in this tournament, and it's because of their drafts, if you ask me. I mean, Shadowforge Gaming pulling out the unexpected Naga Siren support, which you don't see very often at all. And then we had Hardcore Pwn. They got a jungler player. They had a Chen pulled out in their first game that they won against Just Some Boys 2 days ago. So we'll see how these two temporary titans of the Game is Hard Dota League match up today. I'm actually looking forward to this one because everybody has some awesome names like Spursmern Spurf and Jack Swift and Brochin. So, always good to see some fun names as a caster. Alright, we're going to get our first bans coming out. You know, we've seen a lot of Les Shrek, Bloodseeker bans coming out. We'll see if that trend continues in this league or if they maybe switch it up. Maybe they want to ban out the gym. There's the Les Shrek.
Radiance
it's like
ban.
clockwork. Only he never gets banned anymore. Oh, a Wisp banned out. Maybe they saw something from Shadowforge that you know, they think they got that Wisp going. So far, they haven't played it in this league, but maybe they know something we don't know, or maybe they just don't want to deal with the Wisp Tiny or any of the relocate ganks that generally come with a Wisp attached to it.
10 seconds to go.
Undying, so two amazing supports being banned out already, and then some really good teamfight definers. So both sides looking to control, it looks like, early on anyway. You know, I haven't seen a lot of push heavy strats this patch, and it's probably pretty safe not going to see any out of these guys
10 seconds to go.
as well, because the push heavy strats, it's taking too much farm. Okay, so there's the Gyrocopter banned out. Another huge team fight hero that has been doing really well in recent history. So first pick coming out for Shadowforge Gaming. Gonna see how they look to go, and maybe they'll pick up their offlane Naga Siren again. You know, throw out that fake. You think it's gonna be a core, and it's just a support. Of course, they had the Gyro last game as their main carry, so they're gonna have to think of something new. So we'll see how they deal with that. Okay, going with the Queen of Pain. Hey, she's up for in an Arcana against Zeus right now, so maybe we'll see Zeus against her. Who knows? The Queen of Pain, though, is always a solid dominator in the mid lane. Usually not a lot of people give the Queen of Pain trouble because of that blink out and the insane amount of damage that she does. So interesting first pick coming out for Shadowforge Gaming. Okay, Hardcore Pwn, since they got the 2 picks in a row, they're going to pick up an amazing Dazzle support, and then the Viper, which they ran last time, I believe, if I'm not insane, which I might be. That's just me. Yeah, Hardcore Pwn, they ran the Viper as their main carry last time in their win against Just Some Boys. Ancient Apparition picked up from Shadowforge Gaming. So Shadowforge really showing switching it up comparatively with Hardcore Pwn. Hopefully, we lost somebody apparently from what the Bastion announcer's telling me, but that's okay. Maybe they'll get back in. Hopefully it's not a drafter, as your team captains are going to be Spaceman, Spursman, Spurf on Hardcore Pwn, and Quantum on Shadowforge Gaming side. So we'll see probably some more bans out to you know, synergize with this. So with the AoE damage from Ancient Apparition, a lot of people like to put Disruptor with them, so you can get Disruptor, hold them in place, you get the AoE Ancient Apparition ult, they don't get any healing, and it's just a fustercluck, which just messes people up. So wouldn't be surprised to see a ban out on the Disruptor, and plus Disruptor has been a pretty common ban so far, as he has such teamfight around him. But they're going to ban out the Axe, because they don't want that Axe dunk taken away from any of Dazzle's Shallow Graves. It's the only way to really be positive that Shallow Grave is going to be worth, you know, casting at all, because with that Axe there, all he does is junk through the grave and you got nothing. Ban out on the Chen, so Shadowforge Gaming banning out the Chen that they saw Hardcore Pwn run last time. So they don't want that all heal. They don't want to mess with the Creep Army, because that Creep Army did some significant work last time. Took down, I think, was almost involved in every single tier 1 tower takedown. So with the ban out on the Chen, that means the Hardcore Pwn might be reconsidering their whole strat, because they used the jungle rather effectively last time. Because Hardcore Pwn didn't have the best early game last time, but they had the jungler, and they had all of their lanes were keeping up with Just Some Boys, and they actually ended up pulling out the win. They banned out the Phantom Lancer, the Cancer Lancer, the Ebola Lancer, whatever you want to call him. It's always a solid ban, because there's just nothing you can do to truly stop a rolling Phantom Lancer. It's insane. So with that, they're going to move into their next pick. They like teamfight heroes, so I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe one of their Storm Spirit coming back, or the offlane Tidehunter that they last picked last time. Hell, maybe even a Tusk. He's super strong in this patch. Really, really good initiator, and with the mobility of getting the Viper in the Snowball with you, might not be some bad synergy coming out. And that would add another immunity, I guess. While they're in the Snowball, you can't hurt them. While they're Shallow Graved, you can't hurt them. Meanwhile, you're being ticked down by Viper poison, so... Spaceman Spurf taking his time on this one, dipping into his reserve time by almost a minute so far. He's got another few seconds before he goes all the way into it, but Hardcore Pwn, they like to think it out, but they don't want to feel like they're rushed, so... let's see, team fight heroes, that could be... Oh, there's so many good heroes this patch. It's the Clockwork, one of my favorites ever. Okay, so like there's that initiator team fighter roll. Once he gets the blade mail, just pops it in. You can trap the Ancient Apparition on the back lines, or any support, really. The only thing you don't like to see is when he hooks Queen of Pain and she just blinks away, so... Not the best for ganking Queen of Pain. The only thing he's going to have to really worry about is this Scream coming over his cogs, because he's kind of trapped there once he pops the cogs, and... So he needs to be wary of that. They're going to pick up the Earthshaker for Shadowforge Gaming. Now, Earthshaker they picked up last time as one of their major supports, and let me tell you, this Earthshaker can do some serious work. Like, you get the Clockwork hook in and then immediately stunned by the Earthshaker. You know, the Earthshaker can stop... You can really control the fights very well by putting up that barrier between everybody and everybody else and deciding who gets... to be on what side of it and who gets destroyed. So next coming up from Hardcore Pwn, wouldn't be surprised. Like I said, they need another... their Clockwork is a pretty damn solid offlaner, so...
5 seconds.
If they don't decide to run the Viper mid, which they didn't last time. Last time they ran a Storm Spirit mid, which when you have a Storm player who is good, you usually like to give them that Storm, but then instead they pick up their Jungler, just like they did last time with the Chen. Only they're going Enchantress this time. Next best thing to a Chen. You got your heal, you've got the domination of creeps and everything, and now she has that insane evasion, and with all of her buffs, she's a really solid pick right now. I actually like to see her a little bit over the Chen because of the amount of damage she can do. Her only problem is that low health pool. So, responding to that, let's see if Shadowforge Gamer picks up the typical bounty hunter to try to harass junglers, and with as low health as Enchantress has, the slow on attack, if you can get one good crit coming from that bounty hunter, it's usually a free kill, or at least follow her around to get some free experience. So we'll see how that works out. Maybe they'll pick a jungler of their own, since they banned out the Chen, but wouldn't be surprised to see an Enigma. Not a lot of high mobility other than the Enchantress on the side of Hardcore Pwn, and of course the hook shot, but so you can bait them into coming around a corner and then black hole, and then they all die. So of course, they picked up both of their supports already, unless they're thinking of running a Core Shaker. There's that bounty hunter, see? Gonna be wandering around and hunting down that Enchantress, harassing her out of her nice, comfortable jungle farm. So, always a good pick. I love seeing bounty hunter. He just messes with the game so hard that you have to play completely differently. Alright, Radiant Band coming out. They're gonna need to ban out some offlaners. Wouldn't be surprised to see Legion. Nah, actually, Legion wouldn't be great this game. Let's see. Tidehunters. Solid ban when it comes to that sort of team fight.
Reserve time.
Who's been playing? Oh, Phoenix or a Broodmother was never a bad ban, especially the Broodmother. They don't have a lot to deal with the Broodmother right now, so they might want to consider banning her out. I mean, the only thing they have really is the Dazzle Shadow Wave, but even that I don't think is going to be enough to save them from spiders early on. You have a lot of single target, but they're going to go with the Sladar, an amazingly good ban. With the armor break, it'll stop your Viper from being able to stand and fight, and you gotta have that Viper in the fight. So they ban out the armor breaking AoE stunning Slardar. So no Fishman this time. So let's see what the next ban out is going to be for Shadowforge Gaming. Maybe they want to ban out the other Fishman. Get that Slark out of there.
5 seconds.
So we'll see what they're going with here. If you're going up against a line up like Hardcore Pwn, you want something that has a little bit more control, because right now they have great damage. Okay, they just banned out the Bloodseeker. Don't want to deal with him, and they have a carry left, and last pick Bloodseeker is a hell of a thing to deal with. So they ban out the Bloodseeker, and that leaves Hardcore Pwn with a large variety of options. You can get an Ember Spirit, Storm Spirit, any mid really. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Puck though. Puck would be pretty good against that Queen of Pain with the AoE silences, the heavy damage. The only thing you'd have to worry about is the Scream spam, which he can phase shift away from if he times it correctly. So
10 seconds to go.
Mid laner coming out. They only have 7 seconds before they dip into their final 30 seconds of of ban time, so we'll see how they decide to end this up. All right.
Reserve time.
Dipping into that reserve time. Well, hopefully don't come down to an auto pick. That would be horrible. But Shadow Fiend, never a bad mid laner. I mean, with the Radiant side as well, they can. Okay, they go with their signature Storm Spirit. I'm gonna call it signature because I've seen it before. All right, so the Storm Spirit ready to rock, ready to take some faces off, and with that zipping around, he might even be causing this Ancient Apparition and Earthshaker a little bit of trouble. But he needs to be very careful of the stun coming out from Earthshaker. Okay, so Necrophos. Gonna be the old pub stomper of old. Not seeing him a lot lately, but they decide to play it dangerously and go with the Necrophos. Looking for that extra kill, because I guess they think if they can keep the cores down, then they got no team fight. So we got Quantum picking up the Bounty Hunter. Game is paused. Ambro Chen picking up his Earthshaker. Lobby picking up his Ancient Apparition. Jack Swift on the Necrophos with his tote sweet hat. And Maggot going to be rocking the Queen of Pain for Shadowforge Gaming. Ugh. All right, I'm getting muted. KevDog picking up his excellently played Storm Spirit. Dazzle going to be picked up by Bershka Dershka. Herb Salad. I said Herb because there's an H in it. He's picking up the Clockwork. And Jesus Was My Dab. Enchantress. I guess Jesus had a little more interesting taste than recorded. And Spursmern Spurf on the Viper, which he dominated so hardcore with. Let's see, quiet. Alright, so a lot of things happening in the chat that I don't quite understand, but there they are. So we're getting off to a little bit of a pause as Earthshaker reconnects to the game, so we should be kicking it off pretty soon here. So, tactical pause already taken care of, and let's see how this rolls out. So. People showing some love for Hydrofire, the admin here, who's been doing an excellent job so far. He's made this whole casting process extremely easy on me. Oh my goodness. Somebody's got a slurpy wingy dingies. What is happening here? Okay, unpause coming out.
Alright,
and getting started. Love the new compendium well effect. It just looks kind of cool. The bottle effect makes it look like pee, but the fountain effect's got enough sparkles. So, KevDog, who's used to getting muted, going to be going mid lane with the Storm Spirit. Clock off. No big surprises here. Aggressive try with jungling Enchantress bottom. Meanwhile, safe lane, another aggressive try. What are they doing? Are they really sending the AA mid? Nah, they must be just going through the room. So Bounty Hunter going to be rocking the off lane if he doesn't end up going into the forest. I guess the jungle, as it were. So Maggot getting ready to... Anybody level up anything yet? No, no teleport, no, nothing leveled up yet. Except for the stun on Earthshaker. Pretty solid choice there. You can't really blame that too hard. Some blocking wards coming out from Herb Salad. Block that pole camp so that way they can't control their own base very well. He's got the wards on Quantum, but he hasn't found a really good place to put them yet. He's got his invisibility popped. He's scouting out, seeing what's going on in this bottom rune. They ping out the Dazzle. There we go. He's just going to do his own blocking of the mid-camp for the Enchantress and the Shadow Fiend. Top.
And they're off.
Nope. Nobody's going to go in on this. They see everybody. Just decide to grab it. And then Spurf getting the bottom rune. So Storm going back to block his lane.
Dire on the
Ancient
other.
Apparition goes to do the same. Keep the equilibrium of creeps all good to go. So we'll see. Lobby kind of staying here. He drops an aggressive ward so that they can always have vision of this zippy around Storm, and then he's leaving Maggot to go stack up some camps in the jungle. Can't talk today. Alright, this Bounty Hunter's already doing some harassment, but see Herb Salad, see if he gets cut out. He's leveled up Flare, so he's going to be sticking back and trying to get some last hits that way. Ambro Chen, they're just dancing around each other for now. Alright. So, no, the ward already given away the fact that it blocked the camp up there. Oh, no, not yet, sorry. They get the first spawn is free. Remember, the first one's always free. Alright, Jesus Is My Dad. Picking up a Satyr Tormentor. Never a bad pickup because you can always stack camps with the the shockwave, as it's called, even though it's a shadow ball sort of situation. This poor Clockwork, he can't get close to anything. He's getting bullied out by this Earthshaker. But the problem they're going to have to be facing is Spaceman Spurf. He's got free farm. They're not really doing anything to control this Viper, and that's always a dangerous plan. So Quantum, he's getting his level 2 off of this next killed creep, as long as he stays within range. Oh, he might be getting the courier. It's coming in, but he doesn't have anything leveled up. He can't Janata it, so it's just courier's just going to walk away from this one. Unless...
So much for the Radiance courier.
No, he had enough. Just
Poor
offset
little fella.
one hit. No cargo worth, though. Already delivered the gloves. And that's your first blood on a courier. No, damn. Alright, so with that, the bounty hunter's going to rotate out a little bit. They're going to go on this Clockwork. He seems to be almost DC'd. Okay, he sees him. He's running, but it's too late. There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. And Jack Swift getting the first kill on the Necrophos. Never good for the opposite team, because that is a snowbally, terrifying hero who's already got a headdress. He's not needing any free farm at this point. Alright. Maggot getting some decent damage on Kev Dog, but gonna blink up, grab this haste rune. No? Yep. No? Yep. Just drinking the bottle.
Dyer's mid tower could use a little help.
Get his bottle charges, and then here's Ambro-chan ready to go in on this Storm Spirit if he overreaches it all. But Kev Dog gonna look to go into this jungle, but it's been warded off. There's nothing there for him, so he has to come back to lane. I think he knows. He saw the Earthshaker come through from this ward over here, so he knows that they're planning something. But so he's gonna stay decently back. Try the patience of the Earthshaker, but if he's not careful, okay, this ward is gonna be doing work. If he's there, he is. He's a little far forward. Goes for it. Maggot not ready though. Doesn't blink in or scream or anything. Teleport coming in though, coming from the Enchantress. She drops him a free bottle drink, and he's good to go. This Clockwork is having such a horrible time up here. The Heartbreaking Aura, he's just regenning to keep up, and all the right clicks and everything. It's not going to be a good lane for him. But, you know, you have your Dazzle in the bottom lane, and your Space Marine Spurf already level 4. Let's check our last hits, see how everybody's doing there. Yeah, look at this. 20 last hits already for Space Marine Spurf, and 6 denies even against an empty lane. So, Jesus was my dad looking to rotate top, maybe help this poor Clockwork out, as he's already back in the getting all the little stuns off that he needs. He's trying to get this kill on Ambro-chan, but does he have enough? He's got the flare if he needs it, and he does it. Solo kill on the Shaker. That is exactly what he needed. Cold Feet throwing it down, but the Cog's gonna be pushing Lobby all the way back. And that is a free kill going the way of your Clockwork, who was having a terrible time up to now, but now he's got 865 gold. But wrap around on mid. Oh, that's going to be a 1-for-1 trade as Quantum coming in. Oh, but he doesn't even get the chance. Queen of Pain's dot takes out the Storm Spirit. So 1-for-1 trade in the mid lane. No winners there. Jack Swift, Herb Salad getting some inside the cogs, but is it going to be enough damage? He needs to be really careful here. Jack Swift, the heal pulse coming out. Is it going to be enough to get the kill? Oh, he's got 24 health left after he gets out of there. Woo! But meanwhile, Enchantress being taken down a little farther up. She just stuck her little nose out a little too far and got it chopped off, poor thing. Alright, Dazzle rotating mid to help this Kev Dog of Storm Spirit get rolling, but he's almost got his level 6, so Gankatronic's about to come online. Same thing with Queen of Pain. She's not doing quite as well. She's about 8 last hits behind, but she should be able to make that up rather quickly. Ambro-chan and Quantum
Radiant's
both rolling in with
the
the Chilling Touch procs. Kev Dog knows something's up because he ran into them, zips in, going really hard to get this kill, but that's a hard hitting, blown up by the Queen of Pain, who blinks in at the last second. Almost lost the Shaker on that, but he stood his ground so that way she could blink in and get the kill. Very nicely played from the supports on the side of Shadowforge Gaming. Dazzle, meanwhile, he's up to level 3, not doing too bad. Space Marine Spurf hitting level 6. This tower's almost gone top, though. Tries to get the zoning clocks, accidentally pulls in the Necrophos with him and needs to get out of here. He's got no regen other than his happy little wand. And this Necrophos is already up to 1,600 gold. That's insanely quick farm. Check our net worths. Yeah, he's definitely topping that out by over 400 gold, even over the free farming Viper in the bottom lane. Quap going again onto the Storm Spirit, but he has the zip around now, so he has extra powered shots if he wants to use it. And she just decides to blink away. He drops the Remnant, and he'll get out of here safely. Meanwhile, they look to trade this tower, but it doesn't look like it's going to be able to happen. There's just too many creeps here. Creep wave's incorrect for this. They throw the stun. Brishka going on, getting gone on by Quantum. There's a ton of damage. He shallow graves himself. See if he looks to port. No, he's looking to turn around. He's sick of this guy. There's going to be enough poison on him to blow him up, and that's a turnaround just from a shallow grave, but it's down for a minute, so let's see if they can capitalize on that. Jesus, was my dad diving in so hard. He's like, I got a double damage room, and I got a heal. No need to worry, but he does need to worry. One more tower shot, and he could be in some serious trouble. Oh my God, that was so close. They turn around, trying to get this mid tower. Meanwhile, some blows being traded mid, but nothing too serious. And they're not going to be able to take this. Necrophos harassing out Herb Salad. And Kevdog having to deal with this Shadow Strike spam, and it's led to kind of a bad time in that mid lane. Spruceman Spurf getting pinged out by the Bounty Hunter. See if they decide if they're feeling gutsy now that his ult is on cooldown and there's no shallow grave to save him. Stun coming out on Burshka. This Ambrochen, he has a lot more damage than this poor little Dazzle, who's only level 4. They're both level 4, but here comes the Bounty Hunter to come and try to finish him off. Shadow Wave coming out, and there's the stun, but here comes the Viper. Decides not to dive too hard for it, though. He needs to play it safe. He's the carry, needs to make sure that he can continue to do so. Kevdog and Maggot trading just some casual farm. As Jack Swift is looking to pick up his buckler. He's getting very close to this mechanism, which is a huge team fight item. His poor top lane has just been so harassed and moved around that they're even losing their tier 2 tower right now. Even before the side of Hardcore Pwn can get one.
Taking hits.
Maggot going top to grab the rune. It's going to be a bounty. Never a bad rune. Always a little bit of fun. Kevdog has been committed to staying in this lane and getting his farm, which is good because he's fallen about 500 gold behind this Quap in this mid lane. So, Kevdog on Hardcore Pwn going to be running down, and if he can get here in time, the Rune of Destiny awaits. It's the regen, but Maggot's going to blink ahead of him and just grab it before he can do anything. Got the Bounty Hunter here does as well. Throws in that thing. The Janata gets the Shuriken. This is going to be an easy kill. Oh no, the Scream gets the Enchantress who was coming in on the back end. But here comes the hook in from the Clockwork. He might have bit off a little more than he can chew with the invisible Bounty Hunter. But the Queen of Pain blinks out and she throws the Shadow Strike. It's going to be another kill. Oh, no. Here we go. The Shallow Grave keeping him alive for 1 second longer. He doesn't decide to fight. He tries to get out. He's looking for any sort of TP, anything to get out. Drops the Cogs to keep himself safe. And they're going to end up getting the Bounty Hunter. And the Clockwork dies to Shadow Strike. Spruceman Spurf coming in and cleaning up on the Ancient Apparition, though. So it's not a total loss. A 2 for 3 trade in the end. Whew. A lot of action there for a second. Alright, Kevdog already back up and on his feet. Spruceman Spurf, he's almost completed his mech as well. So we got 2 of the main farmers getting mechs really quickly here. Necrophos already done with his.
Ain't a pretty sight right now.
And he's got mana boots as well. But treads complete for Spruceman Spurf as they look to take the mid tower. Maggot deciding his ult is on cooldown. He doesn't want to dive into this too hard. And he's just going to let him get some free tower hits. But meanwhile, they're going to look to trade bottom as Lobby moving in, but Bounty Hunters, he's hunting for that bounty. Looking for that poor Enchantress who's been kind of dealt with. He drops a ward to block some camps and decides he's going to get out of here. Jesus was my dad. Build a headdress. Probably go for a helm. All the rotations coming in. They know a Bounty Hunter's in here somewhere and they're determined to kill him. But seeing nothing, they're gonna head back. Quantum picking up the double damage rune on the Bounty Hunter. That's ultra dangerous because that invisible chop coming out of nowhere. It's almost as dangerous as that eye patch. Look at it. Look at it.
Trouble brewing at Radiant's bottom tower.
Bottom tower being right-clicked down right now by this AA, and everybody's going to be here to support him. If not,
Radiant's bottom
not completely inside, but that front line Tankrafos is going to be standing there and said to come in. Lobby need to be careful.
Through the dire structures for
gets
now.
the aggro off of him as we have a port coming in from the Viper. He might not want to do this. There's more here than he thought. He's going in, he gets stunned. Here comes the Storm Spirit, trying to zip in and get that Earthshaker, but decides to turn around there. He decides this nice, juicy Necrophos is a much better target. He's taking the tower, he blows his mech, but it's not going to be enough to save him. But it's enough to get the kill on Spurfman Spurf. IMF and Mutant Kevdog zipping around, and he knows somebody else is in here. Lobby just going to be stuck there, and then he throws the ult, though!
3 down.
Not going to be enough at the level 1 to kill anybody, I don't think. But there's this bounty hunter. Doesn't get the chop soon enough. Goes to the shuriken first. Kind of messed up his timing there. If he could have gotten the chop as well, he might have had enough damage to take down the clockwork. But Dazzle gonna be chasing him out of here. He's like, I'm sick of your crap. And this one lone ranged creep deciding he's tired of bounty hunter as well. And he was like, come on, man, stop following me. Okay. Mid lane. Not a lot happening. Started on the Orchid, got the first Oblivion staff ready as the mid tower has been taken. So they trade their mid for a bottom. Not a bad trade, is considering the kills that came along with it. Jack Swift, one of the big targets out there, getting knocked out of his #1 position as far as farm. Spursman Spurf throwing the ice blast, says, "Rose Jesus, where's my dad?" Here comes the Janata. He's super slow, can't get it off. Shallow Grave gonna be enough to keep her alive through the shatter of the AA ult. They've got vision, they've got zipping, and that is a dead bounty hunter. Quap looking to, was over here planning on wrapping around, but just too much happened too fast, and that poor bounty hunter got blown up. So now the kill score going actually the way of Hardcore Pwn rather than Shadowforge Gaming, but Shadowforge Gaming have a tower advantage. So zip in on the AA, he's in the cogs, here's the stuns, he throws his ultimate, he tries to get the cold feet, he's doing significant damage. Herbsal needs to be careful here, he might shatter. Let's see, oh no, but it's just the level 1 ult, so no shattering today. A lot of damage though. Alright, so Jesus was my dad going in on the Necrophos, who just one shot and blows her up. He's dead for 50 seconds. Luckily not an ag, so no extra time. Dazzle throwing the broken armor onto the bounty hunter, but he's just gonna walk out of it. He's like, screw that, I don't need none of this. We got the whole side of Hardcore Pwn. They're kind of gathering up right now. They're deciding they want to. Who's got the shard? Oh, that's the Enchantresses. All right, so yeah, they gathered up. They decided they're tired of getting picked off, and they don't want to deal with anybody alone. But Spursman Spurf going alone. He's going to that mid lane. Gonna try to see if he can get some free kills in his name. Throwing some free auto attacks onto Jack Swift. And let's see if they try to get in there to deal with him. Here comes the AA ult. It looks like it's going to be right on target. Spaceman Spurf now in trouble because he can't heal and he's taking damage. And so he's going to be delayed enough that they might be able to take this tower.
Radiant's mid tower.
Looks like it's going to be enough. He can't go in there and fight. It's just enough time to get that tower. That's all the tier 1 towers down for the Radiant side. Spaceman Spurf coming in looking for anybody, but he's just too late. He got zoned out hard by the AA ult. Skill shot, hashtag. Alright. Quantum picking up the bounty rune on the bounty hunter. See, he's built his, well, he's got the orb of venom to keep everybody slowed up and exactly where he wants them. But not a whole lot of pushing coming out. Durshka not able to buy much on this poor Dazzle. He's the low bottom of the net worth. Earthshaker in the meantime. He's been able to pick up his arcane boots and magic wand. He's not doing too bad at all for support. He's just been involved in so many kills. Some of which were his own, but still. Track coming out, level 6 bounty hunter. So he tracks up Spaceman Spurf because they want to be able to keep a track of him and they really want this kill. Here comes the AA ult. Is going to be enough to clip him. It does clip him, and that's going to be the dead Spurf. And he gets Necrophos ulted as well. We'll throw another track out onto Jesus Was My Dad. He takes a hell of a lot of damage, but here comes the zipping, but the screen! Oh, but he zips away from it. Almost hook shot on the back end. He traps him inside the cogs, and it looks like they are stuck there. A 2-for-1 trade, including the main big carry of the Necrophos going the way of Hardcore Pwn. Looked really bad for them, but in the end, they pick up a few badly needed kill. The only problem right now is this Queen of Pain didn't die, and she's dangerously close to her her Orchid, which is going to spell huge problems for good old Zip Around Storm. So they decide they're going to take advantage of these deaths and try to push the top tower as much as they can. Kevdog is getting closer to his heart. He's about 2/3 of the way there. I guess half the way there. Okay, pause coming out from Ancient Apparition. Passau sick. Necro's having some issues. So, we'll see. It doesn't look like he's having issues. He got plenty of money. He's topping out that net worth chart, and we'll see if he continues to do so. Alright. Let's take a look and see what everybody's building. So we got Herb Salad. He's been able to pick up his phase boots. He's buying dust, but he needs to get that blade mail online pretty soon here to kind of control the where and when Queen of Pain can use her ultimate. Smart Spurf, he's got his mech, he's got his boots, he's doing fairly well for himself, but not as well as this Storm Spirit, who, like I said, working on his Bloodstone. Bounty Hunter being that hard support. He's the lowest on his team, but he's still doing very well. Handamitis picked up by the Ancient Apparition to just try to power farm that Aghanim Scepter. And Earthshaker still sitting with the boots and wand. So everybody's having a pretty decent game. Not too terrible timings on anything. Meanwhile, the Enchantress still just sitting on a headdress and a Ring of Basilius. Only 606 health, which is kind of insane considering this Queen of Pain ult does... let's see, what is it? 290? That's insane amount of damage. But we'll see if they looks like they might even have enough time to take this tier 1 tower with Necrophos all the way back at base. But he's got the TP scroll ready. But let's see, anybody else? Okay, Queen of Pain's TP is ready. And I think the Earthshaker had one. No? Yeah, so her and Queen of Pain going to be the only ones rocking a TP scroll right now. We'll see. Jesus, was my dad asking an ETA for the Necrophos? As I understand he is having a few problems, but that's okay. He'll be back here soon. One of the weirdest faces for Clockwork. I just can't... It's just... He reminds me of Dr. Robotnik. It's kind of nuts. Of course, never as ugly as Viper is. That's just one hideous beast there. Bounty Hunter's got that sweet, sweet eye patch, and Earthshaker rocking the horns. So while we're paused here, let's don't forget to check out the subreddit and sign up for more of the Game is Hard. Check out the schedule, see if there's anybody on there that sounds particularly interesting, or if you're interested in signing up for yourself, never hurts to try. All right. Oh, well, at least the wards have been pretty interesting this game. A lot of contention over the Radiant Jungle, as you can see. Because they really want to keep it so that they have to keep the Enchantress outside of her comfort zone. Outside of that jungle, outside of just, AFKing and then coming out with an insane amount of damage. So they've warded up her entire jungle and then gotten de-warded because they want to get her online. She's not having the best of time, and she has such potential. But I guess she's doing better than the Shaker and everything. It's funny. You always see differences between the support and the carry mana or net worth, but this is pretty big even for that. Let's see which team is in the lead. Okay, so it's Shadowforge Gaming. No surprise there, but not by a whole ton right now. What they're really leading is Hardcore Pwn is actually staying up on the experience just like they did in that first game. So they okay, sorry, reading chat. Never do that. So they, they might be losing in gold, but they're leading in experience, and that means they're not falling as far behind as it sometimes may feel, which is always important. Hellbear Smasher picked up for his Thunderclap, never bad. Swiftness Aura, makes you swift. Alrighty then. Pause. Oh, here's the G coming out from Quantum on Shadowforge Gaming, and we'll see how it goes in this top lane.
Thank you.
Alright, so yeah, they're doing some decent right-click damage. Using the Hellbear to kind of scout around a little. Here comes the AA ult, but it's only going to connect on the Dazzle. He might have to grave himself if he's not careful. Here comes the Necrophos. And no shadow. Okay. So just a real quick pick off on the Necrophos, who teleported in and was just instantly screwed. Urshka going to be going back home on his Dazzle. Ambrochen coming to try to bully out again with his Earthshaker, but you can't bully a Viper. We're just getting some free right clicks in as he heads back out. They ping out, they're like, hey, I got tracked. Because you can always see the debuff if you didn't know. So it looks like Hardcore Pwn going to be able to walk away from this one pretty easily. Free tower, free kill. That's what you want all day long. But they got to be careful. Maggot's keeping up his farm very, very well. As a lot of slow rotations coming on there. They're just kind of deciding exactly where they want to go. Glowing-eyed, the Anus Beast, apparently. Fantastic. Let's see, what was the Anus Beast and Schnitzel. Good couriers. Alright. So, KevDog moving into the woods, trying to get some more farm, finish up his Bloodstone, but he's got his Soul Booster already. Not bad timing considering the start wasn't the most glorious. Grabs the favorite rune of any Storm Spirit, the regen rune. He's got to be careful here though, because Quantum can just toss one. Oh, AA pausing it up again. Mouse is dead. Uh-oh. That's always an issue. That's what happens when you have a wireless mouse or anything like that. You got to be careful. Life is hard. Okay, here it goes. Coming back. Got the new mouse. Got it all plugged in. Remember, kids, always carry a spare mouse. Is that a mouse in your pocket? Why, yes. Yes, it is. Burst condition. Okay, there's the G. Here comes Jack Swift. He's going to be just farming up. Now, Queen of Pain moving into the jungle. She really wants to finish this Orchid of Malevolence. That way she can get that kill on the Storm Spirit easy as you ever saw. But she's getting closer, so we'll see how that works out for her. Meanwhile, Jesus Was My Dad's picked up a few creeps. He's picked up a creep that can make other creeps. Never a bad thing. And everybody's just kind of milling about smartly, waiting to see if they want to go into the Roche Pit, I'm guessing. Alright. Kind of indecisive. Okay, there's the smoke. And here we go. Kev Dog leading the way. Alright, he's going into the Roche Pit, and he's just going to start right-clicking this bad boy down. Spaceman Spurf there gets it off. He's like, I'm a Viper, I can tank this. And plus, you know, the more Roche hits him, the more he hurts himself. Ooh, Jesus, my dad might need to be careful to stay a little farther back. One little bash did a whole ton of damage, but they might be being scouted out here by the Earthshakers. He gets ready to move in. The AA ult hitting on everybody. No blink dagger though on the Earthshakers. We can't blink in and Echo Slam everybody to death. Hook shot by Herb Salad, but he catches the invisible bounty hunter, throws out the dust and gets everyone. But they need to be careful here. Kevdog deciding he's going to pull the zoning game as they healed up everyone back almost to full health. Jesus, my dad, getting really low. And there's the Scream taking out almost everybody except for the chain on the Shallow Graved Viper. There comes the Shadow Wave to try to save him, but it's not going to happen. Zip in from Kevdog. He's trying to get out of here now that he's gotten the pick off, but it's going to be a 4-for-2 trade. And Roche. They defeated, they killed almost all of Roche too. As the last three from Shadowforge Gaming move into the pit. Tough fight for Hardcore Pwn. With that, I think they lose the, yeah, there's the net worth going hardcore in the Shadowforge. As well. So they pick it up the A, just throw it on the Necrophos so he can just tank Necrophos and do his thing.
Do something about that
and
bottom
he'll
tower.
be going bottom. Trying to save this tower. Going to be very easy. They've kept their towers relatively healthy. And their lane's relatively pushed out, so. That is just not the fight you want to see if you're Hardcore Pwn, but Spaceman Spur 40 is like, screw it, I'm back on the ground, let's do this. You gotta love that. Alright, so Necrophos, good looking to push out this bottom tower, get some farm, apply some pressure, never a bad thing. I mean, let's face it, on the Kevdog's doing the same thing on the opposite side of the map. Blowing bitches up. Alright. Ping's coming out, everybody's like, okay, gather here. There's the AA ult. Not gonna connect on anybody though. So let's see if they got a smoke here. They got dust, but no smoke. I guess they decided it's time to 5-man. They need to fight as one. Incoming. If they hadn't gotten all AA, man, the AoE damage from Shadowforge has just been insane. The Scream and the AA ult and the freaking Shaker, it's a lot to deal with. But we'll see how Hardcore Pwn comes back from this. The bottom getting pushed out there. They've gone heavily into the jungle this time. They're not really looking to stick their necks out any farther than they have to. Bloodstone finished up for the Necrophos. That means a lot of mana. That means a pocket suicide too, so no pickoffs on him. We're getting lobby. He's Hand of Midas. He's managed to build a stick. He's really far away from that badly needed Aghanim Scepter though. That's where AA really comes online, I believe. You know, bounty rune for the bounty hunter again. He's gonna find that, bottle it, and have some sweet, delicious gold. Orchid Malevolence finished up on the Queen of Pain, and it looks like she's gonna go straight into Ags after this. Nice damage item, and like I said, that Storm needs to be careful now. And be careful where you zip. Any Blink Dagger coming out? Not yet. But they're splitting up the warding duties. There's wards all over this map. This poor Dazzle still at the bottom. He's not even worth $2 grand yet. I mean, When somebody's worth almost over four times your worth on the other team, that's never good. He's getting finally some farm here in the middle lane, but he's giving it over to this Enchantress who's starting to come online. She's picked up her Vlad's. Now it looks like she's gonna go finish off her boots. Get them treads rolling. I guess stepping, because they don't roll. They're not wheels. All right, so a lot of. Okay, here's the smoke coming around from Shadowforge Gaming. I keep wanting to say Fiend. So they look like they're just going to dive right past. But they get exposed by the zipping away Storm Spirit, and everybody's going to have time to get away. Smart Spurf getting tracked up, but he looks to get out. Jesus was my dad. Just everything dropped on him. 2 ultimates. So that might mean that Smart Spurf can get away without any trouble. Ice Vortex slowing him down, but here comes the Dazzle to throw in that extra armor and take the armor away from his foes. Oh, God, the bouncing Janata. Or bouncing Shuriken, getting so much damage on both of them. That's 2 track kills. That's an insane amount of money. That's not good for Shadowforge. Oh no, both wards going to be taken out for absolutely free as they look to turn and take this jungle and then probably push out this bottom tower. Man, hardcore game coming out from Shadowforge Gaming. They're here to play. Clear out the creep wave and get ready to roll again. The only one to get away with the Bloodstone complete is Storm Spirit. Let's see just how much gold. Oh wow, that's way more gold than I ever think it's gonna be. Track kills leading the way. All right. Quantum sitting behind the tower, seeing nobody coming up. It's like, all right, guys, it's safe to keep pushing. Goes back out of sight and vises up. Gets fairly close to the tower. He might have been in sight there. There's the long-range AA ult. Oh, no, it hits Spaceman Spurf. The only one you don't want it to hit. Oh, Durska just taking so much damage. You can support too hard if you don't get enough to get your levels in. Alright, here we go. Rocket coming in, trying to scare him off, but they'll back off for now, but heal pulse coming out from, and he's just going to be rolled to death. There's the flare coming out. Spurf really needs to get out of here. He's kind of the team. Cogs perfectly done, zoning out everybody on the other team. I think I've never seen 5 cogs all go off. That was really well on his part. Of course, back up is Kevdog because he's got that Bloodstone keeping him rolling. Here comes the AA ult, and Viper's like, "See you, buddy. I gotta get out of here." Oh no! It catches on Kevdog. Probably not gonna be enough to kill him, but he can't heal up. He can't do anything.
You know the drill.
And there's this bottom tower taking damage. But meanwhile, top taking some right clicks from this lone Centaur Courser. He's like, his life for tower. And there he goes. So out of everything, they still managed to keep their tower alive, but pay a heavy price with all those track kills going off and getting an insane amount of gold for the opposite team. Let's take a look. Yeah, look at that net worth graph. It's insane. It was just here, and now it's all the way down there. Same with experience, 75,000 on both aspects, but they get some free D words for Durska, and now look at they're afraid to go out by themselves. They're all kind of grouped up here. They don't want to get picked off, but they don't want to be team fought either. So, knowing this, you see Shadowforge Gaming know they have all the time in the world. So they're like, okay, we're just gonna freaking farm up whatever. All right, Co-op blinking home, probably looking to pick up something. She's got, oh, it's her Ag Scepter. That's brutal. And of course with the Ag Scepter, let's see what the upgrades are. Scepter damage, 450 damage. That's almost enough to kill poor little Enchantress. That's over half her life. Herb Salad. Looks like he's going to go for a BKB. Not a bad plan with all the magic damage coming out from Shadowforge Gaming. They might need a lot more BKBs. I wouldn't be surprised to see Spaceborn Spurf. No, he's dedicated. He's too far into his Aghanim Scepter to change, but a BKB is probably the way to go to prevent the damage from almost everybody. You don't have to worry about the AA ult. You don't have to worry about the Queen of Pain ult. You don't have to worry about Necrophos, anything except for right click. It's a genuinely awesome plan. Look at this, using the illusions to block the camps from spawning. That's pretty brilliant. I like that. That's a solid strat. Tracked up Smart Spurf, who's worth
6 in a row.
That tells you how much they're carrying. Oh, no zipping away for the
long enough.
Storm Spirit. As we get a hook in from Herb Salad, they might end up getting this kill, but he gets the cogs off, but just a little too late. And now he's trapped inside of them, and Spaceman Spurf going to be going down. Luckily, he's not tracked anymore, but still going down on his leathering wings. Back up on Herb Salad, so he can't hide from anybody, and they're just going to chop him down as well.
How about that?
Poor Clockwork, never stood a chance. It's a 4-for-nothing trade with track kills. This Necrophos is terrifying. He's already got 13,000 net worth as they move to try to take this tower as well. It has no health at all. I wouldn't be surprised if
Radiant's
it
top tower's in bad shape.
no fortification because they need it for this
The
next
Radiant got one
tier 3
less
tower.
top tower.
But Kevdog's like, hey, I'm here, and you need to deal with that. So he's just gonna be throwing out some right clicks. He knows 4 of them are there because they just took down the tower, and my dad's gonna be porting in. Dazzle throwing out a weave, but they'll just get out of here. Ping on Ambroch, and he's picked up his Blink Dagger, which is going to make a huge difference when it comes to his positioning. That probably explains the amazing fissure coming out against that Clockwork. If you could just got in there, blink, bam, done. You're out of it. Well, they're pinging out the Roche Pit, so they decided to head that way. We've got a... Oh, Flare. Okay. Giving them the vision on the Radiant side, but they're just sending in a good old scouting AA. He's just, I'm here. Just, hey guys, Rosy Roche. I think Radiant should let him have this there, unless they don't have quite the AoE team fight. The only thing that they can do is maybe get Kevdog over there to try to get that Aegis Snatch. Sounds dirtier than it is, trust me. Alright. Jack Swift also going to be heading up towards this Roche Pit. Everybody's gathered around it, but for now they're just going to be stacking up and trying to kill this ancient camp. And I could take a lot of damage actually from trying to take this camp. As it starts with Jack Swift, he's just sitting, getting stunned. Let's see what the response to this is. Any scouting flare coming out yet? Clockwork has it, but it's on cooldown. Luckily, he can't take it too quick by himself, so here comes Maggot, trying to throw in some of her throwing dagger right clicks, and we'll see. Oh man, Jack Swift taking a lot of damage. The problem is they don't really have anybody super tanky in order to take this away, but they got the Shadow Strike. They've got so much damage. It might be fine. Necrophos can do this easy. Regen Rune bobbled by the Bounty Hunter in the meantime. But well, they see it, and they know they see it. So here comes the AA ult. There comes the... Oh man, they throw the Necrophos ult a little early on Jesus, my dad. There's the Shallow Grave, the Weave coming out from the Dazzle. And looks like they're going to just walk away from this. They lose an Enchantress, but oh, the Blink Scream. Going to be enough to kill off the Clockwork as well. And the poor Enchantress creeps even. Taking the ward, they're taking everything. As 3 creep and a ward trade for nothing. As they move back to the mid lane, they're like, they're dead, we're pushing. You gotta love Shadowforge Gaming's mentality that, you know, something happens, let's do something, take something. Kevdog was so ready to zip in there, but now he has to zip home and protect. Already under half damage. The tracked up Spaceman Spurf not being able to do much. He's being very controlled. He's 1 item away from his Agnums though, and they're just not gonna die. Oh, the Blink Echo! Spaceman Spurf, no! All of your health, all of it's gone. Poor Storm Spirit didn't even stand a chance either. He was immediately dispatched. And this thing might look for a high ground siege. They've been weaved, but you know they still have their mechanism ready from Necrophos, and he's like, yeah, let's do it. Vortex, cold feet. They melt Preep Braves pretty efficiently. Blow, there's the flare. And this tier 3, they might want to consider porting it. No buybacks available for their main cores. You know, they throw the weave and make them take a little more damage from the tower, but it's not really going to be that good for much. The pulse, throw some poison coming out from the Dazzle, but the zip in, long range, but the zip back. The zoning zip, as it's known. But they do a significant amount of damage to the town. They're like, oh yeah, Roche, we were doing that. Let's go finish that guy off. And Roche is like, I'm just chilling here with my spears in my side. You can, you know, not. But they're waiting for the flare to go down, it looks like. Or maybe they're just epic game sense. That was crazy. So they look to... no, they're not looking to take Roche. Maybe they want to trick them into thinking they're taking Roche and then get another turnaround. Helm of the Dominator creep. Or no, Enchantress creep. Like, come here, check it out. Gets blown up. Ults. There's the Shallow Grave. Burshka being kept safe for now. Muted getting silenced. Burshka getting overconfident. Turns around, but this is going to be... Oh, Scepter ult. He's down for 71 seconds. Ouch. That is for freaking ever. So with that, they might want to consider turning around and going into the pit. They don't have to worry about the weave. They don't have to worry about the Shallow Grave. They don't have to worry about the poison. So Jack Swift gets it started. Ooh, Force Staff coming out on the Earthshaker right now. Shadowforge, you know, that mid game really brought them to the forefront. They're killing it now. BOT is picked up by Jack Swift, so he can split push all he wants. Quantum being, if not for that mech charge, I think he would have died to that ult. Gem of True Sight picked up by him. Aghanim Scepter, and looks like she's building a Scotty as well. Sending in the Centaur to try to just mess people up. Goes for the stop, gets the rocket. Too bad Quantum getting really low though. Maggot as well. Decide they're going to take a second to destroy that Centaur. Now, we have to blink out on the Queen of Pain as she goes, bottles up. Spriff coming in. A lot of right-click damage. Oh my god, 2 blown up almost instantly by the zip-in from Kevdog, but they're going to have to back up here. Spriff is not ready to fight. Here comes the ult, the blink in, the right-click, the track. It's going to be enough to kill. And another Ag. Ultimate, 74 seconds. Down. Enchantress. Kevdog's ready. He's like, hey, everybody else is dead. I got 4 Bloodstone charges. I'm just gonna get some sight. Oh no, she blinks in and finishes him off for 442 gold. Necrophos getting the kill from the Death Pulse actually, because once he had vision, he just popped it, and then that Bloodstain is what happens to a Storm Spirit in that situation. Jack Swift getting ready to BOTs his way around as the lanes are fairly pushed in. And boarded. They want to see everything that's happening. No tier 2 towers remain on the side of Hardcore Pwn. Whew, a lot of action there for a little while. We'll take a look, see what everybody's working on. There's the Ag Scepter, the dreaded Ag Scepter coming out for Ancient Apparition. That's going to be something to deal with if you're Hardcore Pwn. He's even got his level 2 ultimate up. He's only 3 levels away from that level 3. Spriff trying to get some recovery farm. He's very, very close to that Aghanim Scepter, so a few more decent right clicks. We'll get him there. Quantum pushing out the bottom lane. He's also picked up his BOTs. There's a BO team. So him and the Necrophos apparently going to be running around, keeping everything pushed in. They know they don't have the greatest wave clear, but they can keep everything going, so. Well, as far as the bounty hunter anyway, he just wants to be there for kills, let's face it. He's like, is there a fight? I shall be there with the track gold. Alright, so both teams kind of backing off for a second, taking a second. The Aghanim Scepter, though, on top of there's Spaceman Spurs done, and an Aghanim Scepter for the Clockwork. You know, the Clockwork, I think he might have had a better time going for the Blade Mail, but now that he has it, he can hook all the time. I think it's like an 8-second cooldown now. Now that he has that. So it looks like we might have a Ghost Scepter coming out for Necrophos, so he can just stand and be annoying as crap. Not have to worry about anything. Sorry, sheep. That's a sheep. Mystic Staff, sheep. Alright. So he BOTs to the mid lane, and looks like they're gonna get ready to push. Oh! I hold my tongue. Look at that. I forgot about this bottom tier 2 tower. It's just hanging out, so I wonder if they're gonna want to push this. He moves up, grabs the free, the free kill on the cramps, the free gold, but they're gathering up. They want to take this tower, destroy the ward, and get ready to roll. But the ward has already given away that they're all there. So let's see if that scares anybody off or keeps them rolling.
Bottom tower seen better days.
Cheeky blink just to punch the tower once. But there's no way they're going to defend this. But on the back lines,
Radiant's bottom tower ain't a pretty sight right now.
And there's that last one.
Radiant lost one of them bottom towers.
Flare coming out, Scream coming out, and we'll see if they go to move further. Man, it's been a while since I've seen it. This tanky of a Necrophos. He's just kind of standing in front of everything. That was Spaceman's first job. Okay, here comes that Ags upgraded. Oof. So much damage. Forever. Might as well stay and fight, Dazzle. You can't heal from the fountain. And you can be broken. Is it gonna be enough to kill him?
Where are you going?
Getting close. Okay, now he'll be fine. Track up on the Enchantress. Ultimate thrown out against Jack Swift, but not a lot that this Viper can do by himself. No, 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 no! Oh, the Shallow Grave saving Spaceman Spurf from that ultimate at the very last second. He will go down, but he won't be down with the added extra Ags time as the Octarine core picked up by Jack Swift. That's what it was. Echo Slam doing huge damage to the Dazzle and the tracked up Clockwork. And this might be GG. That was everybody except for the Enchantress, who was trying to run around to get back anywhere. Gets tracked up, gets beat up, gets
Guess that's
right
10 in a row. 3 down.
We have Bane picking up the kill on that. So luckily they don't have any creeps to work with, so that might keep this tower alive a little bit longer.
Radiant's
But
bottom tower
everyone's
seems
like, I got this. No back. Your door defense is gonna help you now. All right. I think Necrophos just used his Bloodstone to deny himself so he could come. He did. He denied himself, had the Aegis, and came back with full health and mana. You gotta love something that cheeky as hell. You gotta he decides when he dies. They're gonna take his melee backs and everything. Oh no, they just came back to life. Burst Kadoshka and Spaceman Spurf both getting hit by that Aghanim Scepter AA ult as they rotate mid, take the tower, and this is 2 lanes here. I don't think there's anything they can do. There's the flare. Jack Swift going for the control. They try to dust for get the easy kill on the bounty hunter, but nothing being done. Oh no, the sickle coming out for Jack Swift, godlike, and that's dead Dazzle for 75 seconds. They try to dust, trying to see if anybody easy to pick off. They want to get Quantum, they want to get anything, but there's going to be another track kill going. And that happens on that 4 Clockwork. First man Spiff getting caught out, but he's going to have enough to get in. Zip in as they go to try to kill Lobby. They're sick of his ultimates, but poor Kevdog is just going to be silenced and trying to run away. Slow, destroyed, 41 to 18, but no one's thrown in the towel. Oh, there's the towel. It's been thrown by Burst Kadushka. And that is a good game, well played by both sides, but it looks like Shadowforge Gaming going to be finishing it off with the Quapple. Great game, fun to watch, and I hope you guys had fun too. Let's see. MVP of that game, probably going to be the Necrophos. You know, he just came out of nowhere and decided to kill everybody. Then, congratulations to Shadowforge Gaming as they pick up their 2nd win in the Dota Game is Hard Dota League. Look at this. Look at this. 19 kills. MVP all day. Alright guys, I'm Hitchhiker of the Mind. I've enjoyed casting for you. I hope you enjoyed watching it. And this is it for me until the 11th. On the 11th, I'll be casting another game at the same time, right here on the same channel, of course. I'm Hitchhiker of the Mind. I'm out from the Game is Hard.